You guys seen us build this car on the channel. Now it's your chance to win it. So click the link below and then it'll win. Every $5 you spend, it's 1 entry. Don't wait on it.
Went ahead and pulled the old truck up to the loading dock. We're gonna go in and talk to our boy inside Dio and get our goodies. This place is absolutely massive. There are hoods and carbon parts for days. And these guys have their own Supra already torn into a million pieces. I can tell you that Seibon carbon is gonna have some heat at SEMA this year. Full carbon, everything on this car. So SEMA's about to be lit, boys. Supras everywhere. Big homie Mad Mike's been here. One thing you guys might not know about Seibon is that they are actually in the truck game now as well. This Raptor is a testament and is absolutely nasty looking. Look at these vents. Over fenders in the rear too? Dude, people are gonna dig this, bro. This is sick. One thing I love about their over fender is the way that this little lip here integrates into the front fender. I don't know if it's like that on the factory or not, but from a composite standpoint, that's a really rad feature. Got their Mustang. And then, you guys know I love my Hondas. I gotta showcase this one and homeboy Steve at HMO on the front plate cover there. This is probably one of the guys that works here, I'm assuming. This is yours? Dio, I didn't know. Yeah, with the Mugen wing. Gotta love it. Dude, look at the amount of time and care these guys take putting their hoods in the packaging. He built custom padding for each side of the hood, the front of the hood, and then also many layers of tape to hold the hood in place in the package so that this doesn't get damaged in shipping. Now that is quality. All right, well that was super rad. As you guys can see, I actually got the EK hatch and hood inside of the truck, which is dope. I'd like to give a huge shout out to Dio and the boys over at Seibon. I guess I've been saying it wrong all along. It's actually Seibon, not Seibon. They were super gracious, gave me a quick little nickel tour. I showed you as much as I could. They do have some top secret projects going on in the building right now that I wasn't allowed to show you that are super dope. All right, it's time to head back to San Diego. Hey guys, well I'm having this long drive back down to San Diego. I want to take a second and address something that's been on my mind. Obviously, you guys watch us on YouTube and are likely subscribed to our channel. I'd like to say we're aware that we've got a bunch of projects going on at once. What I can say is, if you guys go on Instagram and follow us on there, you can see the link right there. You'll get all the inside scoop on what's happening day to day on these projects. Just another little caveat to get content throughout the day while you wait for your next favorite project video to come up. So, do yourselves a favor, go follow us on Instagram and keep up with all the builds. Alright guys, so as you saw in the previous portion of this video, we picked up some goodies from our friends at Seibon. I've been saying it wrong for a decade.
I've been saying that wrong as well.
It's Seibon, like S-A-Y.
You just corrected me right now.
Yeah. Anyway, learn something new every day.
Hey.
This is a carbon fiber hood. We're gonna go ahead and unwrap it, stick it on the car, see how the fitment is, see how it looks. I've come to expect a lot from these guys. Their product is really nice and everything we've gotten from them just fit really good. So you know what, let's flip it over and undo the tape. Make it a little easier. I will say it's very light.
Alright, so while I'm waiting on Mickey, I'm gonna use this throtl multi-tool. Have you guys ever seen this? It's pretty cool. Mickey used to have one like this for many years and actually saved us in the road trip that we did. And he decided to make one so we can show you our throttle. It's not out for sale yet, but it will be. Check this out. It's got a 10 mil that you can use if I learn how to use it. There you go.
All right, so we got the hood on, bolted in place. It's gonna require a little bit of adjustment. This car has obviously been pretty haggard and I'm not sure, these fenders will be bent or something, but we're gonna do a little bit of adjusting just to get some of the gaps perfect, but definitely well within spec. Love the quality of the hood. And I think we might leave it carbon. I haven't had a car with an unpainted carbon hood since the early 2000s. And I think
about carbon that it looks good in any color.
honestly, the Seibon weave is actually pretty consistent throughout. A lot of times you get a hood and it's got some imperfections and stuff in it. No, this is like straight as an arrow all the way through. I don't even see any real flaws in it. All right, guys, so the hood's on. We want to sort of get the front of the car kind of buttoned up a little bit. So I went ahead and ordered some headlights. I mentioned in the first video that we are potentially going to try to do like a CTR or Civic Type R clone. We're going to put some Civic Type R stuff on the car. I love the look of the Civic Type R, but we're going to go ahead and build our version of a Civic Type R. It never came in left-hand drive. So we're going to go ahead and do some things to make it look similar to a Civic Type R, but with a US flair and US legality for the streets. So what I went ahead and did was picked up a set of smoked 99 2000 spec headlights. A Type R light would be just a little bit lighter than this, an actual Civic Type R light. I had those on my 99. The other differences would be the back housing would be gray instead of black. And then these have a reflector inside. And normally a Civic Type R headlight would not have that because in Japan it's not a requirement for them to have an orange reflector. So I think this is a really nice play on those headlights without having to use an actual Type R light and without running the risk of damaging an expensive Type R headlight. So we're gonna go ahead and try these on for size. So now that the hood and the lights are on and we're satisfied with that, we're gonna move on to this hatch. I really don't know what to expect here, do you?
No, not really. I've never done a hatch carbon fiber.
I've done the EG one. I have a carbon hatch for my EG.
That's carbon?
No, I have one at home.
Oh, okay,
I swap them. We're gonna have to wire this for sure. So brake lights, lock, all that stuff. No lights, license plate lights, and then the upper wing. So, and the struts inside have to mount all on this. And I have no idea how it works.
So that's why I've never done them.
You wanna know what the cool thing is? Look how light this is.
Yeah, go for it.
So let's get her unwrapped and see what we're working with here.
Wow, this thing has a lot of bolts.
These holes here are for our hinges, obviously.
Right.
These holes here are for our strut arms that hold the hatch up. These are for the latch. These are for the lock mechanism. And I don't know what those are.
I have no idea what that is.
So, all right, let's flip this thing over and see what the outside looks like. Ooh!
Oh, that's sexy.
You know what's cool is you don't have to run the insert. So this insert right here is no longer necessary. I thought we were gonna have to remove that and stick it into here. So that's
that would have been looking kind of awkward because of the red.
Yeah, because they got Japanese and US license plate holes. That's pretty cool. Oh, and then here's the indent for the rear lock if you want to run it.
Yeah.
Are we gonna run it?
Nope.
Nah.
Nope.
Sweet. So yeah, I guess now we got to figure out how to put this on. So I guess we're gonna have to start with pulling that one off. We'll put you guys on the tripod, and you can watch this work. Alright guys, well as you can see, we got the carbon fiber trunk? Hatch. Carbon fiber hatch. From Seibon mounted up. Let your hand off. Ooh, too strong. So we're gonna have GlassMasters come down from wherever they're from.
GlassMasters.
GlassMasters come down
From Temecula.
pay us a visit
Tomorrow morning.
They're gonna transfer the glass from the old hatch to the new hatch. Including the molding and all that stuff. So that's gonna add a bunch more weight to this.
It's so light that one shot will lift the whole thing up.
The next day.
The boys from GlassMasters made the trek down. They're about, what, 50 minutes or an hour?
Yeah, somewhere around there, about an hour or
north
so.
of our shop here. So they made a Saturday house call for us here at the Hunt Quarters, which is super rad. What they're doing now is they're actually gonna go ahead and transfer this Type R rear privacy glass over to our new Seibon carbon hatch. And this is one of the things that we don't do here inside the Hunt Quarters. We try to do most of our work ourselves. This time, we're leaving it up to the professionals. So these guys are gonna go ahead and get this glass out. We're gonna transfer it over to the carbon hatch. Hopefully there's no missteps along the way. But when you're playing with glass, you never know what's gonna happen. So I trust these guys. We're gonna knock it out.
Don't try this at home.
Matt, what's going on here, brother?
We are fixing our oopsies.
Okay,
All
so
right.
I see the little little
defroster
stud
tab.
for the defroster.
Yeah.
Was accidentally knocked off. So basically, just gonna solder that back on.
Yep. That way, that's okay.
And that way the defroster will still work. I'm not too concerned about the defroster working because we live in Southern California and I'm pretty sure it's never gonna get used, but it's just the way we do things, right, Matt? We're gonna fix it.
You gotta fix it right.
Maybe we end up racing Pikes Peak, who knows? What are you trying to figure out here?
Where the glass is gonna go, where the glue is actually gonna bond to this thing.
So that means you're gonna need to prep the surface, I'm assuming, maybe
Oh, yeah.
sandpaper?
We
Or?
are gonna have to scuff this beautiful carbon fiber.
That's okay. In order to get a good adherence, is that
Yep.
the best way to say it?
Yeah, adhesion.
To get good adhesion, not adherence. It's starting to sound like Ricky making up words. So they're gonna have to scuff this up a little bit where it's not seen so that the glue can actually stick to it.
Yeah, if you're a carbon fiber lover, do not watch this. It's gonna look ugly, but it's gonna work.
Yeah, well, we gotta do it.
It must be done.
All right, guys, give me an update. Where we at?
About to go in.
Hey, that's what she said. So glass is prepped. Vehicle's prepped. ready to go. All right, so what's that? That looks really expensive.
It is.
Yeah, it's not one of the cheaper ones, let's put it that way.
Sweet, well, gotta have the right tools for your trade, I guess. Electric motor in this, can you tell me? Nice speed, bud.
Thank you. That's all.
Bottom well. And around the corner.
You can't beat the right tool.
Did that use the whole thing?
Yeah. For a windshield, we usually use 2 of them, and they are not cheap.
Yeah, I bet.
You gotta pay for quality.
This is made by Dow, huh?
Yeah,
This is the industry standard or what?
this is
It's a little bit above.
Really?
industry
Yeah.
leading.
All right.
Yeah, this is a 30-minute one, which means we gotta work quick, and then
Yeah.
after 30 minutes, if it was a windshield, it'd be safe for your airbags to work.
Right.
It's just 30-minute safe drive away time. A lot of guys, they'll use the 24-hour, put blue tape on it and send it, but we don't do that.
Nah. Okay. Well, this thing ain't gonna be getting driven in the next 30 minutes, so.
Yeah, you ain't gotta worry about it blowing out either.
She's a bit of a bucket at the moment. I like how you can see the carbon fiber through the window. So even though we're probably going to paint this for the final product of the car, when you look through the glass window, you'll actually be able to see a bit of the carbon fiber through the window. That's pretty cool. Since it's tinted, it doesn't really jump out at you, but it's there. It's pretty neat. So now we just gotta let it cure.
It'd be safe to drive in about 10 more minutes if you needed it to, but yeah.
Can I push you down the street?
Job well done, sir.
Thank you.
In about a week.
Thank you, baby.
Not a problem.
You guys are saviors. So this turned into basically a one-day job because of these guys. Ricky and I didn't start this until late in the evening yesterday. They're here first thing in the afternoon to help us out. Shout out to the GlassMasters. That's right. If you guys are in the San Diego or Temecula area, go ahead and look these guys up. I'll put a link in the description for their shop. But they are car enthusiasts at heart.
We just love cars.
Okay, so nothing better than supporting a bunch of guys that are actually into cars. So if you guys need some glass work done, feel free to hit them up. The next thing to do is to explain to you guys what our plans are for this car. This is not going to be a giveaway car. This car is going to be basically something that Throtl will keep in the garage and hopefully take to the track. We've been talking a lot about doing track stuff.
Yep.
We haven't really done any track stuff. We built the 240 with the intentions of getting it out to the track, and then we made it too nice, and then we gave it away. So we never actually had a chance to.
Well, we ran out of time as well.
Never really had a chance to get after it. So this one we're not going to make too fancy. That's the key. And I've got my boy Ricky here to keep me in check because I've already been all over the interwebs looking for fancy parts.
I keep cutting them off. Stop.
He just keeps shutting it down. So the plan is for this car, Ricky, is to take the B16 out.
Yes, we're taking that out.
Because two things. I'm a B16 fanatic. I have it in my EG. I don't really necessarily want it in both cars. The other reason is this is an older V16, so this is actually out of an EG, and this is a newer model Civic. So it's not really even like a period correct type engine, even though the EK did come with a V16 in Japan. This is an older version. The elephant in the room is, what are we gonna do about the drive wheels? Are we gonna front wheel drive, rear wheel drive, all wheel drive? I see a lot of comments, a lot of people want us to do all wheel drive.
Yeah, I hear that a lot, but I mean, all-wheel drive is great, but you can have more fun with a rear-wheel drive, in my opinion.
rear wheel drive.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Rear wheel drive, more fun.
So while I was doing my research to build this car and talking to a lot of people in the Honda community out here in Southern California, I was told that the all-wheel drive Civics are the way to go because they make a lot of grip, they're fun to go drag racing in, grip racing.
Which I agree with all that.
Yeah, and it's kind of the thing to do right now is the all-wheel drive Civic. I see a lot of people doing these projects. So you know what that means, guys. We ain't doing it.
We're going rear.
So the goal for this car is to go rear wheel drive. Ricky and I have been talking about it for a few weeks now, and we've devised a plan with a few partners to actually convert this car to a rear wheel drive. And we're not going to do the sideways engine, front wheel drive transmission with a transfer case setup like an all-wheel drive. We're actually going to turn the engine with a traditional transmission and basically drive a drive shaft to the rear third member or differential on the back of the car. Which, as you guys know, it's going to be a bit of a packaging nightmare because there's really no room for a transmission to go through an EK subframe.
Right.
There's really not much of a transmission tunnel unless you think about maybe the area where the exhaust passes through, which is just a small little...
So everything has to change.
Basically what I'm getting at is everything has to change and there's going to be a bit of fab work involved.
Yeah. So it's not going to be a 1 month project and we on the street. It's going to be a little bit longer than that.
I was thinking like a month.
No. Yeah. Between this and all the other projects that we have, it's going to be a little bit longer than that.
The exterior is obviously very haggard, but don't you fret, guys. A lot of this stuff's getting thrown away. We're going to replace it with parts that we can use at the track and not worry about breaking. So no, I'm not going to go out and buy a $2,900 Mugen front lip for a car that's going to be destroying cones and all kinds of other random things on the track. We're going to do it with a purpose. So don't be shocked if we don't hunt down the rare goods and stuff like that for this particular project. We're going to purpose build this for us to go thrash at the track and not have a tear at the end of the day when we broke our front lip or smashed a headlight.
Right, and that's the main goal. In case we make a mistake or a tire goes flat and we lose control, we hit something, is we don't want to lose thousands of dollars by one little hit. A couple of $100 should be more than enough to lose in one crash.
Yeah, so don't get too upset. It's gonna look sick.
Yeah.
I already in my head know what it's gonna look like and what we're gonna use to make it sick. All right, guys, well, thank you so much for tuning in today. We've got some exciting news in the next EK video. We're gonna be announcing what engine we're putting in this rear wheel drive Civic. So join us next time. Thank you guys so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for all the likes and comments. We appreciate it. We'll see you next time.
I gotta say a massive shout out to today's video sponsor. That's Audible. So for me, there's one thing that I don't do is I don't do a lot of reading. Listening to an audiobook is one of those awesome things you can do while driving, at the gym, pretty much anytime, and it's super convenient. The Audible app makes it super easy to listen to pretty much every genre, from business to sports, fiction, nonfiction, and even some really cool automotive stuff. The one audiobook that I just started that has been awesome is the Mark Webber story about his success in Formula One. I've been a huge F1 fan for a while, and I never really knew all the ins and outs of his career, and now I do thanks to that audiobook. You can choose up to 3 titles per month, 1 audiobook and 2 Audible Originals. So you can start listening to your free 30-day trial, and that includes 2 audiobooks and 2 Audible Originals. Visit audible.com/throtl or text throtl to 500 500. Start your free trial today.